We back. What up, what up, what up? Man. Ain't cute, she gone. Great with little Ray, guys. The bleed out continues to the downside. You gotta love it. J Loves 1219, what up? Shaima. Looks like you're the first comment on the afternoon show. You gotta love it. Midwest Trader. Let's go DMONEY. What up, what up? So it's pretty interesting here, chat. Notice that we got down to that box that I had drawn out from earlier. Higher time frame. We are inside of that box, chat. So remember that box? We kind of talked about this level pre-market today. Pre-market open below 24,900, and we just hit 24,848 area. You gotta love it. Pretty crazy previous 4-hour candle. A lot of momentum to the downside, chat. We know we had Trump in the cabinet meeting. Almost 400-point drop on that last 4-hour candle, chat. So now it's going to be a little interesting to see if we're able to kind of get some momentum back outside of this area, back to the upside, or if we're going to test the bottom of this range, support area, I should say, 23,772. So there's still room to the downside, but the question now has to be, will the bull step in and take us back outside of this support area, right? Because technically this is a higher time frame support area, chat. $1,000 pins. Yeah, we had it all in that cabinet meeting. Don't you worry. We had it all. So yeah, I mean, I think at this point, you know, a lot of selling pressure to the downside. Obviously, before lunch, guys, called out a pretty nice short there, 30 plus point drop, right, on that trade. One of the cleanest trades of the morning session. But after that clean break, we've had about a 212 point drop. Just broke previous candles highs, the last two previous candles highs. So wouldn't be looking to get short right at the moment here after that sell-off. You want some kind of push back up that's pretty convincing, and then probably a rejection back to the downside. So hold on one second. Let me grab the door, chat. Sorry about that, guys. So we had they were checking to make sure that we had our fire extinguishers here. You gotta love it. Fire inspection for the extinguishers, I guess. Compliance. You gotta love it. But we're here. Never fear. And the question now is going to be what happens here, right? You got to be a little patient, guys, and see where the momentum is going to take us. So we know that the bears want to see this price action kind of continue, lower highs and lower lows. Bulls want to start see us picking up some momentum back to the upside. I would say as long as we can stay below the 14 EMA, guys, in the short term, we're going to continue to the bottom of this range. But it's hard to be short down here after that drop of almost 400 points to the downside, guys, right? You almost want some kind of rally back up and then maybe get some bearish momentum kind of stepping back into the market. So would not be looking to short, more than likely in a higher time frame support area. Looking to the left, right? Last time we were here, we had a pretty big bounce right back up. So need to kind of watch how this plays out. If we start kind of building out double bottoms, equal lows, etc., guys, look out for could be some momentum back the opposite direction. What was for lunch? Yeah, today, guys, I just grabbed a pressed juice from Whole Foods. It's electric, organic electric pineapple. You gotta love it. So shout out to Whole Foods for the pressed juice, chat. It's pretty good. It has pineapple, apple, ginger, lemon, mint, and parsley. You gotta love it. Ginger said, "Am I on a diet?" I'm trying to watch my figure, chat. Trying to get my six-pack right. For I'm just joking, guys. But yeah, I got some leftovers at home. I'm gonna devour when I get home, guys. Got some leftover steak, some lobster mac, and some Caesar salad from last night's dinner. So don't you fear, the protein is near. So, got to get ready for the dunk contest, chat. Got to get ready. Oh, man. Somebody said I'm watching my girlish figure. No, sir. No, sir, I'm not. Saturday, Louis Bossy. Yeah, I haven't been able to get Louis Bossy, chat, because it's been closed to online orders, and I haven't been trying to pick up some to go, and it's been closed, I guess, because of spring break, right? So they've been slammed. So my daughter loves the chicken parm with the spaghetti from there, so always a pleasure to be here. Hey, I am, is it I guess Jimmy or something like that? We appreciate the kind words. Here's the bounce, guys, right? Like I said, it's kind of hard to be bearish down here. You might, you're looking more than likely for some kind of pop to the upside and then maybe continuation down. So hard to be short bias at the moment. Keep eye out to like 929, right? That could be an area, the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So just being patient, trying to see how this sets up. Because it could, we could get a pop here. You prop this previous candle high, and we could be off to the races, the 920 area. Lower high scenario, and then maybe a rejection back to the downside. So we will see. How's the desert racing? Yeah, I just saw PW. He dropped a post that he qualified for the race on Saturday, chat. So congrats to PW for that. It sounds like he'll be streaming. You'll be able to see it Saturday, the race itself from inside the truck. That's going to be cray with Lil Ray Ray. Don't you worry. So having a hard time right now. Price is trying to push back down, but need to see if we're able to basically snap these previous highs. This is like a equal high up here, guys. So if we're able to get back above it, that's in the short term not great for bears. Because you got these two highs, right? 23,892.25 and 23,892. So that's an equal high setup, pretty close. So you'd be kind of looking for, the bears are going to step back in here. You could get a pretty aggressive move right back down below 23,853. But if the bulls are able to snap that pretty close to being an equal high, then I would have to kind of lean towards probably more upside here, guys. Got about a minute, 50 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. If you missed the morning show, shame on you. But thanks for catching the afternoon show. If you've been rocking out since the morning, hey, you the real MVP. We had a Trump cabinet speak meeting this morning, had some volatility, had some chop on a few trades. Ended up with a pretty good trade to kind of close out the morning session. That account's up $1,700, guys, so we'll take that. And we're trying to see what we can get here in the afternoon. $15-minute candle's having a bit of a hard time. Looks bearish now, given the time of day. Be patient or jump in. Yeah. So just try to be patient here because you had equal highs that we have not been able to break out above so far. Sorry, but we've had also almost a 400-point sell-off to the downside. So, and we're in a support. We're in a higher time frame, basically support area. So you're kind of waiting to see how price is going to react, in my opinion. It's hard to be super bearish down here, chat, at this level because we've had that almost 400-point sell-off to the downside. So doesn't mean we can't drop lower. Does not mean that. But a lot of times you'll get some kind of reversal before continuation to the downside. So lower high though, again, chat. Lower high, so that's not great for the bulls so far. Bears are in control. Looking for a break here of 864. You're targeting 851 or lower. And there's the break there, guys. So you're targeting now 850 or lower if they're going to continuation, give you continuation here to the downside. So far, lower highs off this basically range. Had a quick flush there of the previous candle's low, but they're pushing it right back up. So is that going to kind of signify that we're in for a chop fest here, or are we building out some kind of support to go higher, guys? Off these lows. 1 second, door again. Yep, it's open. So you just gotta give us the bracket. There might be one in the garage area. All right, so yeah, there might be one in the garage. Let me give me 1 second here, chat. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. I gotta walk him over to this area. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, sorry about that. So yeah, we had these guys here checking on some fire extinguishers to make sure that we're up to date, so we're good to go there. So don't you fear, the multitasking is here. And we're building up something here, guys. It looks like we're trying to pop out of this area to the upside, to be honest. You got a double bottom forming on the 5-minute chart. That's not bearish, guys. That's a bullish, kind of like some bullish price action, right? Trying to build up, I feel, to pop these highs back above 911. You got 30 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. Is that enough to kind of catapult us out of this area, guys? So you have to be somewhat leaning towards some kind of pop here, only because of that kind of structure. I'm trying to long here, guys. I'm going to try it. My stop is going to be back below 859. If we break back below there, I don't want to be short anymore. So just a heads up there. Targeting 902, guys. Basically the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Do we have enough to kind of pop this level? If it starts to pull back on me, that's fine. Maybe I'll cut it short quick, but just kind of feel like we're building out some kind of pattern here for a pop to the upside. So we'll try it. After a almost 400 point drop, right, I'm gonna look at the structure and try to take the trade. So we'll see if we'll see if I'm right, or if this is just a chop fest that's kind of forming. Best entry would have been honestly down here at like 860 area, but about 20 points higher, so it is what it is. So that better entry probably would have been, you know, smart to move down here a little bit lower, about 20 points lower, but 15-minute candle has 3 minutes 48 seconds left, down about 10 points on the trade. Don't like the kind of reversal back down here, so I'm gonna scrap that, guys, and maybe I'll re-enter if I see price kind of holding this level, right? This would have been, to be honest, this would have been the ideal entry, chat. So it was a little early on that, but because this is like the bottom of that area, right? So in theory, if we break it, we got a lot of downside left. Was up a few points. See the double bottom. We got a double bottom here. Is this gonna be like a drop and pop situation? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, guys. 4-hour chart is looking horrible, but we're in a support area, so just kind of watching to see if there's more continuation here to the downside. We got room to 23,772. So we will find out. Gave it a few points, then like the price action, scrapped it for that long. And we're back inside of that support area. So this is that critical area. If we lose 850, then you're looking for a potential of more downside to kind of step into the market, guys. 851 actually. And you got about 100 plus points of potential for lower. So there is room. And we could not get the break to the upside, right? After almost 400 points to the downside. So they are not ready to kind of give this thing the legs yet. There's a drop below that box. You gotta love it. Yeah, we just didn't get right on that pop to the upside. We just didn't get the momentum that happens, guys. Not too concerned, right? Gave it 10 points, closed it out. It is what it is. Now we're breaking to the downside, so we couldn't get enough momentum. So you could be in for a pretty big flush here, right? Because we just lost that structure. That was kind of building out for for a break potentially to the upside. So bears are back in control at the moment. So you lose 844. You have to be targeting 800 or lower, guys. You know, I mean, that's just what it is. But we're just gonna chop around for a bit inside of this range, higher time frame range. So because we're, you know, they're attempting to push price right back up. So, but I do see that we are. So if the double bottom support failed and we're drifting lower, then this is basically lower highs that are being put in, guys, at the moment, right? Just your entry has to be closer to the previous candle's highs to avoid getting chopped on the way down. Still long. Let's wait for a break below 23,816. Somebody got long. Yeah, I'm not holding a long now, guys, right? We're not putting in higher highs, but maybe you bought off the bottom of that support area that got broken, right? So you lose 847, you're targeting lower lows. We just put in a lower low outside of that range, but it's basically like a drop and then a pop right back inside of the area, which could be signaling some trickery here, right where they kind of push it back the opposite direction. So just trying to be patient now. See if we can get a clear indication of what they're going to do with price. And if this is a lower high, guys, right? So like in theory, if we're gonna go lower, then we shouldn't start to put in higher highs compared to previous candles. You want to see that structure kind of step into the downside So we shouldn't be back above 24,888. This should be just simply a retracement, and then we're going to head lower. Because we've had equal high and then lower highs on the way, kind of stepping into the market. Somebody said higher time frame equal low. Now that was a 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart up here, you got equal highs. So could be looking for just, you know, some downside, but maybe this is just a deeper retracement before heading lower. We're gonna find out, guys. Got about a 24-point reaction right back up after that rejection candle. Saw like some structure here kind of forming, right, for a potential push. Didn't get a lot of momentum in that push and scrapped that long. So stop loss below, let me see. Stop loss below the low will only leave runners at 75. Got you, City Rooster. Yeah, so I mean, if we can't break previous candles highs, guys, we're headed downtown Julie Brown, right? It's just on the 5-minute chart. Because you will want to see us start to basically not, you know, you want to see us stay below, but it's hard to want shorts down here, but if they're gonna give it to you, right, you take what's in front of you. So clearly I tried a short a long and did not get the momentum to the upside. So question is, was that enough downside pressure for them to kind of take us higher? Just a little swipe of this area, and then they kind of trick people into shorting, and then they push it back up. Saw this kind of structure forming out. See if we pop 24,873. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Trying to keep the streak alive of 1,000+ likes in the afternoon. We were well over 2,000 likes for the AM show. Trying to keep the streak alive with well over 3,000+ likes on the day. We got almost 2,500 people tuned into the show, guys. It's 2:36. One-hour chart right now looks horrible. You had a lot of selling pressure on the previous candle, guys. It was able to push up and form a top wick. 4-hour chart, same thing. They look identical as well. So, and this was a support area from the last time we were down here. So could be in for some rangy range action here, guys. Previous high was not taken out so far. Previous 5-minute candle. So we lose these lows below 844. You're targeting 800 level. Just got to see how this shapes up. And the longer we stay down here, Chad, and we don't kind of drift lower, we just had a swipe, right, of that box, the bottom of the box. But if we kind of hang out down here, we don't break lower, guys, we're going to get a pop-up here to above 900, right? That's just typically how it works, is that you'll get like these little swipes, and then price will kind of slow down, go to sleep a little, or hibernate, whatever you want to call it. And then all of a sudden, you get a pop to the upside. So need to be cautious of that. We're back above that the bottom of the range. Had a long initially and couldn't get followed through. Was that swipe over here enough to kind of take us back to opposite direction and trap some people back above 900? So we just broke the previous candle high. Been so long since we had a trend, I forgot what they look like. Trader on tilt. Oh, man. Isn't that sad, guys? You hate to say that, but it's like cray cray. We break 880. Look out to the upside, guys, because it's getting tight. Getting tight here, right? So it's like, do they have enough to kind of pop this all of a sudden up to like 891 or higher? So there's your like 880 kind of challenge area. Do they have enough to kind of pop this above 900 now? Or are we just gonna kind of channel out here and drift back lower? And that's what it's looking like. So we could be in for some Chop City here in the afternoon. Let me see. Let's map this range out that we're stuck in. It's almost like they can hear you. Oh, man. Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. I think the longer we kind of hang out, we're just kind of building out for the, the tough part is that if your entry's off or your entry's a little early, like even if you're going to get long, you're better off towards the bottom of the range trying to ride it up because you can get chopped. So but we're clearly barcoding here. And that's not great for, in my opinion, for shorts, guys, right? Because it's like, okay, we had almost 400 drop to the downside. Why does it take us so long now to kind of continue lower? And maybe this is it. Maybe this is us kind of starting that now. We're going to find out. So you break 845, targeting the bottom of the box towards 767 area. If we break the highs up here above 900, you're targeting back probably to 24,000. Because so far, this is basically a retracement back to the... See how you got these highs? You got a high up here, lower high. This is the third lower high, right? So you got lower high, lower high, lower high. And then maybe we flush and lose 843. Somebody said we may need to try to trade ranges in this market. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, but just be cautious that we're putting in lower highs as well on the way down, right? So just kind of like swing points here. So just be cautious of that. Could indicate a break, right? Something's coming, guys. Just got to be patient. But we're not necessarily, and that does not mean that we have to collapse to the downside as well, right? So you're just trying to basically wait for a break in either direction of this box. Got another kind of like setup here, right? So because it's not necessarily even giving you anything that's super clear, because we had a lower low. Now if we start holding this low down here, guys, 23,844, and we don't get back below that, then you can kind of start, I guess, your mind mentally, right? You're going to be like, okay, well, we're protecting that low, and we could be kind of building up the pop higher back the opposite direction, which is that initial long kind of like plays into that, right, that I wanted initially. So need to watch to see if that low holds. And I guess this could be expected, chat, after having that almost 400-point drop, right? So technically, this is the bottom of the range, right? If we can hold the bottom of the range, yeah, you're looking for kind of like building out a base, if you want to call it that, and then we expand back above 900. So we're going to find out. And so far, it's protecting that low, holding that low, I should say. Let me kind of map that out so we know what that low is, guys. On that chart, right? So that low is at 23,844.50. So need to kind of watch how we react now, because that could be the low, and then we have a bullish reaction back above 900, guys. It's taking a while to kind of build out before that push back above the 14 EMA. Uh, 14 EMA is so close for the bulls. Yeah, I know. When you're right, you're right. So just barcode action though at the moment, chat. So price pushes down, former bottom wick, and then you get this pop here above 900. All of a sudden out of nowhere, guys, right? Fifteen-minute candles bullish. So yeah, all right, here is that 14 EMA, guys. All right, so you're looking for a break here with momentum back to 900 if they're gonna push this out of this like range that we've been stuck in. We're not necessarily breaking down anymore for lower lows, right? So that in my opinion is bullish, chat, at the moment, right? That's kind of like showing you some strength here that we haven't been able to so far put in lower lows. We're breaking previous highs now on the 5-minute chart, so you got to be semi-bullish after we've had about a 400-point drop to the downside. So it's just taking a while to kind of build up some steam, it seems like. Very tight range so far. You're talking at the moment about a 43 point range, guys, that we've been kind of playing around in. So would expect some kind of explosion to come here. Kind of building up for sure. Trying another long, guys. Let's see if we get the pop here. We're gonna find out if we get follow through or not, right? So hopefully we get some follow through here to kind of get back above 900. It's been a choppy session so far in the afternoon. No real follow through to the upside. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens if we can get enough momentum, or because we're in a very tight range. 40 points. I mean, cray. Literally, that's it. That's all it's giving you is 40 points. So they can get it going. Yeah, 944 would be the area. 15-minute chart, but it needs to pick up momentum here, chat. So if it breaks 870, I'll chop it, because I'll close that trade out. Basically just be a chop fest, right, in that 40 point range. You want to see momentum kind of step in here, guys, and pop us out of this area to the upside. And a 15-minute candle, it is green, guys. You got 4 minutes and 52 seconds left, but here's the pullback once again. So 40-point range is playing out. We just can't get the momentum to kind of continue, right? It was up a few points, and then here we go. So far, we're inside of a higher time frame support area, but we just keep kind of pushing back and forth. We can't get the explosion out of this area. And there's a lot of room up there, right? If they can get it moving, but and that's basically 947, guys, is the 14 EMA, believe it or not, on a 15-minute chart. So see, it's kind of curling over to the upside, so that's why the long was enticing, but we are not moving, guys. It's just not happening. Right back down, so gonna scrap this trade. So we're in a 40-point range. Nothing you can do about that, right? It is not kind of giving anything other than that at the moment, guys, right? So your best entry is going to be that bottom of the range, and it's about 45 points. So got chopped twice here. It was up a few points, and then no follow through, right back down. And we're not breaking down as of yet. We're just kind of grinding slowly higher. But if your entry's not off these previous candles lows, well, you're gonna get chopped. So that's what's happening. No follow through at the moment. No top wick on this current candle as well. 5-minute chart. Trying to push right back up. You gotta love it. Here it comes. Yeah, we're gonna find out, right? Something's building, chat. As we get closer to 3 o'clock, we're in a 40 plus point range. Literally. Kind of building out here. So that's the question. Do we range for the rest of the session here after that 400-point move to the downside? Tried a couple longs, didn't get follow through. And 30-minute candles bullish, 15-minute candles bullish. Just getting, and that's the thing that's a little frustrating, guys, but it happens, right? So sometimes it takes a while for price to kind of build out. But we're building a nice, I mean, this is, I feel like this thing is going to catapult, guys, out of nowhere. That's what I'm feeling like. It's going to be one of those rocket ship moves randomly, right? And then all of a sudden, you know, we're back above 24,000. Building out a pretty crazy kind of tight base here. It's getting tighter because if you technically kind of stretch this up, we're in a smaller range at the moment, right? 36, about 37 points. See how we're not quite breaking down. $37-point range right now. Got the 1-hour candle that's going to close. Is that enough, guys, to kind of rocket ship us above these previous highs up here? We're going to find out. You got no wick on the current 5-minute candle. 23,888 could be a level that, right, we popped that level. We're off to the races. Volume sucks, needs to break, yeah. Yeah, I think you break those highs, look out to the upside, guys. It's just a matter of, right, if its momentum is gonna step in or not. All right, so this is the new 1-hour candles, 3 o'clock. Just a nasty, some nasty range action here. Hard to be bearish. You're right. But like I said earlier, chat, a lot of times if your entry's not towards the bottom of the range when it's doing this, you're going to end up getting chopped because you're not going to give it to, chances are, the bottom of the range for it to kind of retrace on you, right? Nobody wants to hold through that. So we'll drop a poll, see how you guys are feeling about going into the close. So we just dropped the poll, guys. Up, down, or all around. All around is basically saying chop. So kind of, you would want to see at this point, right, some kind of break of this area, chat. So it's 890 area, 891 to the upside for longs, and then a solid break below 850 area for shorts, guys, right? Because you're just, other than that, you're probably gonna get chopped. You guys saw me try to take a couple longs. If you're not buying up, if you bought out the bottom, you've had some pretty good trades there, right? 30 plus points to the upside, and then you're kind of cutting it off. So far, 49% of the chat feel like we're going up. 17% feel like we're going down. 34% feel like it's going to be chopped. That's about 400 votes. Yeah, about 400 points, right? We've had about a 400-point drop since that cabinet meeting, chat, overall, right? Since like 10 o'clock, we've had about a 400-point drop. Trump talking in 1 hour or two. Is everyone waiting for him to speak again? Blake, it could be. But I mean, that kind of lines up with the market closing, right? He's scheduled for 4 o'clock. So, I think something's building up here, guys. It's just a matter of if it's going to be downside momentum or upside momentum as we get tighter in this 37-point range, right? So I'm short, been short, holding one con for a flush, straight stop loss at break even. Okay, all right. I mean, we're respecting the 14 EMA, guys. We have not been able to close back above it, right? So that's bearish at the moment. But you just need to see follow through to the downside, right? Start taking out previous candles lows, like back below, like I said, 850 area. This guy scamming in the chat. Who's scamming Mazzy? What did they post? I didn't see it. You think that is it for today? It could be, right? I mean, who knows? I mean, you're in the 37-point range. I mean, it's hard to think that we kind of close in the 37-point range, but we've seen stranger things within Q chat. So after that 400 plus move to the downside, right? Anything's possible. Somebody said we're going down. We could be. Chat feels 47% feel like we're going up. So we're close to the bottom of that little range again, chat. We're back at the bottom of that range. Is this a flush McGush here below the range for more continuation below 840? There's a break to the downside. Bottom of the range got broken. So now the question is there going to be follow through here? Or are they going to yoke this right back up? So far right back up, right? This is kind of trapped some people thinking that it's time for lower prices, and all of a sudden it's reaction down. But we'll find out here, guys. Let's see how this 5-minute candle finalizes, right? It's below the range now, so that's bearish. Not looking great for the bulls. She gone. You like that momentum there, guys, right? It took forever. Trying to short on the break. Let's see if we get follow through, or we're going to get yoked. Looking for a quick 10 points or so. Not sure if we're going to get it because it's been yoky action, but maybe even down to 800, right? We got to find out. They're going to flush this now to the downside. All right, that was 10 points really quick, chat. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. Wanted a little bit more, but we'll take that off. You had a quick 10 points on that flush, and then we'll kind of see how this candle reacts here, right? Going into the close of the candle. So I had a quick 10-point trade there. Now that we broke to the downside, well, there's a lot of room to 770, chat. And look at the reaction, right? It's kind of like this yoky yoke. Action here. So now, all right, from a continuation standpoint, if we can stay back below this 844, guys, then you would be looking for more continuation to the downside, right? We just broke out of that box. It took us quite some time to the downside, so there's more, right? I mean, you got to the bottom of that support area I had drawn out. You got about 70 points, so there's still room for lower lows. Want a retracement back up. Price kind of fails to put in a higher high, right? And then sells back to the downside, takes out 828, targeting below 800. All right, so now you're watching, right, to see if price can flush that previous low, guys, for another flush here below, towards 800 level. Had a quick retracement, and you're looking for more continuation here. And we're in power hour. So do we got enough to get down towards 800 level, chat? That's the question, right? Or are they going to yoke this thing right back inside, right back above that 844 area? Took us a while to break out to the downside. We broke below that box, that consolidation box, showing that bears are in control. Look out for 800, chat, right? If they're going to flush this to the floor, look out for 800. Trying to flush, trying to see if we'll get more selling pressure here. I don't like that top wick though, so you've been getting these breaks, guys, and then these pushes, right back up. So we'll give it a second here, see if we can get momentum towards 800. All right, there's 7 points. We have a little bit more in the tank here, guys. Yeah, so that pullback is not what you want to see here, guys. So I'm gonna scrap that, right? So I had a few points. Don't like that bottom wick that's forming on the 5-minute chart. One at 800 level, you might still get it, but it's definitely not giving you volume or momentum to kind of push lower, right? It's kind of hanging around here. So, and look at this push right back up, right? So I had about 7-8 points on that trade, and you didn't get followed through there. You can kind of sense that you're going to get this knee-jerk reaction right back up. So and you got a doji candle there, closing out bullish. Yep, look at the reaction, guys, right? So you can kind of sense that happening based off that hesitation on the previous candle's wick, right? You saw that bottom wick forming. You don't want to see that if you're a bear. That's not ideal price action. Right back inside, right back above 844. Short at 865. I mean, ideally, you don't want us back above 870, right? We just rejected the 14 EMA, so if we're going to continue lower, why would we get back above it, right? That wouldn't make a lot of sense, but we're kind of retesting at the moment, guys, that consolidation range that we were stuck in, that we broke out of to the downside, right? We're actually retesting it now, so just be mindful of that. We're back inside of that box that it took us basically over an hour to get out of. So but clearly at the moment the bears are, you know, they had enough momentum to, or strength to take us lower, chat, right? We just broke to the downside here, so we all know that we broke out to the downside, had a few shorts off of that break. But your entry, right, that's where you're kind of looking like so you want to start seeing like lows be put in. We get back below 835, you're targeting probably 800. Now the only issue here is, if you guys kind of notice, and you always like trying to get better as a trader, chat, right? So like, see how these shorts right here would not have played or been the best entry because you would have got chopped, but right off, you know, tapping that EMA and getting this rejection candle would have been the best entry for those shorts, right? So just kind of keeping that in mind as taking a mental picture of that myself for future reference. So stop would have been basically not even 5 points, guys, right? And then you know, if it takes you out to the upside, that's fine. But definitely not, you know, you had a range we were stuck in, you had, right, got chopped on a few trades, was up a few points, and then you didn't get follow through, so. And we know we got Trump. It looks like he's speaking at 4 o'clock, guys. So I don't know what speech that is, but it literally says that he's speaking at 4. See, make sure that's still on the calendar. Yeah, it says 4 o'clock he's speaking. So you got Trump. So the market could be kind of hanging out, guys, for the rest of the session, kind of like inside of this range. Who knows, right? So now would you enlarge the range box to new lows? No, I mean, you keep it where it was, and because you want to see that that break, right? So you kind of know that break to the downside was there, and now you kind of know we're right back inside of that range, if that makes any sense, right? I keep it there because at least I know, okay, hey, we had a break to the downside. So in other words, right now, if you're looking for shorts, chat, you're kind of like, okay, where are the bears? Right? No more previous highs, as an example, right? You want to see us not put in a new high, and we kind of sell right back off to the downside. We're going to get that 430 move. We might. You might be right. Do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Got a little choppy price action here in the afternoon. We had obviously better price action this morning, but it happens. Trying to get to 1,000 likes. We got almost 2,800 people tuned into the show. Took a few trades, got chopped, had a few winning trades as well. So just been a mixed bag, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Good thing is keeping the losers small, because I don't want to, you know, I'm not giving back profit here. All right, so there's a flush right back down, guys. So that's bearish in the short term, right? As long as we can hold this previous candle's high of 858, could be in for more downside momentum back towards 823 and possibly 800, chat. So if you're shorting this, your stop is back above 850 area, or 860, sorry, 859 at previous 5-minute candles high. If you tried to short basically from like 854, and then you're targeting back at least to 824, guys. But, you know, the problem here is that you got news coming out, or well, you got Trump speaking, I should say, at 4 o'clock. That's almost like a news trade. We had that this morning for a few hours. We know that already. But if we're able to hold, I would say, previous candles highs, then we're headed back down. Clearly, right? I mean, that would have to be the move. We just broke out of the consolidation range to the downside, right? So and you'll be targeting 822 or lower for shorts. Got about a minute, 40 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. Hey DJ Riri, what up? How are you? In this choppy market in the afternoon, how are you? So you're looking for, make no mistake about it, chat. If we can hold previous candles highs, you're looking for 820 or lower. As soon as market close, the price gonna go back up. It could. Anything's possible, guys. I would just say right now you're targeting 820 or lower, right? As long as we can hold those previous highs, like I said, because even if it takes a little, a little while, it feels like to get down there. That's right now the price technically is a little bearish. Until otherwise, right? Meaning that we start popping previous candles highs, then you would have to somewhat shift your thought process, in my opinion. So if you got in off that 854 level, guys, you're up right at 20 points. This is the current. Look at the current. This is why I'm saying that, guys. Look at the current 10. All right, there it is. There's the drop there, guys. All right, so it's trying. The 15-minute candle looks extremely weak. Your TP guys, 823 could be in play here, right to the downside or lower, maybe even 200. If you took the short there, congrats. You had a nice drop there to the downside, guys. You gotta love it. So there it is. There's the drop. And you might even get I wanted 800, but we might not get it. That's fine. So kind of called out the 823 level multiple times, guys. Somebody's gonna say I didn't talk about it, but hey, it is what it is. Drop a W in the chat if you took the short. This took a while to get down below that previous candle. Literally said if we can't break previous candle high, you're targeting 822, guys. And there was the break to the downside. $21 points, W. Nice, congrats, Josh. Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, chat, I mean, hey, I think on a day like today with this choppy chop, you guys saw me get chopped a few times, right? It is what it is. It happens, guys. It counts up $2,200, $2,240 at this point, right? So total on the day, we'll take it. It's been one of those days where if your entry is off a little, you might get chopped. That's just what it is, guys. Saw the break of we could not get back above previous candle high and just start reading it based off these EMAs. We had a nice rejection earlier. Same thought process here. We rejected the EMAs, right? We couldn't break above that previous candle's high. You're looking for more downside. Shout out to Legacy. Love your transparency. You saved us all from blown accounts today. Yeah, guys. I listen. I rest assured, chat. I'm gonna say something right now that's is really. I'm being 100% real, chat. Right now, there's a lot of people that probably lost accounts today, chat. Because if they were trading that during that Trump cabinet speech when we literally took a poll and I was like, hey, let's see. If you guys want to look at the charts or basically listen to what Trump was saying. There's a lot of people that got chopped up, chat. Even you saw multiple trades I had today that got chopped, right? Because we literally just didn't have the follow through. Maybe, and to be honest, you got to put it on yourself, right? Because we didn't get a clean EMA rejection until, so if you're trying to short here, as an example, maybe you short it here on the breakout of 860, right? Well, guess what? You were up a few points. You're probably feeling pretty good. You're up about 8 points, and then all of a sudden, right back to the EMA. So you're up 8 points, and then you get a retracement of 36 points back to the EMA. And in my opinion, that was the clean rejection, guys, right? So that's why I was kind of saying, even for myself, that's a mental note that I got to be better at, right? I mean, in full honesty, because you got a clean EMA touch and a rejection from it. And once I saw us basically have a similar reaction here, we weren't able to put in a higher high, and I know that we're back below the EMA. That's why I start looking for that short, guys, to the downside. So that's all it is. But I know for a fact a lot of people blew some accounts today, chat, because of the chop. 2,600 people watching. Should be at 2,600 likes. Yeah, do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. That was I saw people, quite a few people dropped a W that they, if you took that short, drop a W in the chat and do me a solid, guys, if you haven't already. I saw a lot of W's. Hit the like button. We're trying to make sure we're at least over 1,000 likes, guys, right, for the afternoon session. We're well over I think we got 2,300 likes for the morning show. So we get over 1,000 likes, that'll put us well over 3,000 likes for the day. We've been having that streak running for weeks on weeks, guys, so I appreciate the support. If this is your first time rocking out with the BDH or myself, DMONEY, we rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. Just trying to make a little monies. Difficult market right now, chat, right? I mean, it's getting a little better. We had some nice moves to the downside right before lunch. I called out a 30+ point trade that I took. That was pretty clean, right? Got chopped on a few trades. I think right at the open, had to re-enter and all that. So that's just trading, though. It hasn't been all peaches and cream this week because quite simply, price has been erratical, right? So the only thing that's going to save you right now, chat, in conditions like this is your sizing and being able to chop close some of these trades out when the market just isn't in agreement with what you're doing. So in my opinion. There's more downside towards, so keep in mind, guys, the bottom of the box, 23,770. That's the bottom of this higher time frame range that I had mapped out since the beginning of the stream. Actually, this morning, if you guys recall that, right? If you were rocking out, this was the higher time frame like support area that we're still kind of hanging out in. But the bottom of that range is sitting at 23,772. So just be mindful of that, chat, that there is a potential for more downside. However, the lower we drop and the longer we kind of hang out in this box, in my opinion, you could be looking at some kind of reversal. Now, we know that Trump is speaking again at 4 o'clock. So maybe we hang out in this box until then. Like, who knows, right? Who knows what's gonna happen, but I'm just pointing that out. Shout out to Kevin. Just tapping in. Love what I'm hearing. Finishing work, but I am up $300 times 3 accounts. Nice. Congrats. I made $500 during Trump's speech. Congrats. D-Money, do you think what happened with Trump speaking today, we actually deviate and low to hold for a quick scalp for longs for Asia and long in to consolidate for open tomorrow? Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what's gonna happen, guys, right? Because you don't know what Trump is gonna say. That's the issue, right? Like, and I don't. So he could, you know, depending on what he says. I mean, clearly at the moment, they are aware that the market is tanking, right? Or at least dropping to the downside. So I'll say that, right? Tanking is a strong word. So. And what I mean by that, though, guys, look at the daily candle. I mean, this is not, you know, and I kind of said that pre-market today, guys, at 9:30, before 9:30, I said, hey, you know, this is finally a day that we are not opening up inside of yesterday's daily candles range. If you guys remember back to the open today, kind of analyzing the chart, right? Because we were sitting below yesterday's daily candle low of 24,286. So a lot of times when you see that, guys, you're going to get a pretty decent move in one direction. And if you measure out the daily candle range, I mean, we're down about 600 points. That range of the candle today is about 600 points, guys. We haven't had that, you know, now it looks better. It looks better on paper, or it looks better on this chart than it has been price action wise, right? Because we've had a lot of consolidation along the way. We've had ranges that we were stuck in when Trump was speaking, and then we had follow through to the downside. We know that, guys, right? But I'm just kind of pointing it out. This current daily candle is super bearish. Make no mistake about it. So you got to be aware that at the moment, bears are convincingly in control of the market. So who knows what Trump is going to say or the result of that, right? Until it happens. D, before you were a full-time trader, full-time at the BDH, were you working at Walmart and trading? Yeah, I was doing both. Yeah, it's hard to, I mean, you can't go all in, chat, without having, I mean, if you got money put aside, right? Maybe you got, you know, everybody says that you should have at least 6 months of expenses put aside, right? If you're going to go and start a business, as an example, right? Is that enough though, right? Is 6 months really enough? That, to each his own. You got to make that decision. But yeah, I was definitely doing both. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's 2 years in reality. Was it a tweet? No. So basically, I think they're referring to what Trump was saying about the market could, you know, have a bit of a sell off in the short term, etc. Right? But I mean, you can see on the chart, we woke up. You know, if you came to the charts this morning, guys, you saw pre-market 9:30. We saw that the daily candle was bearish, right? And I even pointed out that we had a bearish EMA cross. We were below the 14 and 50, and I said that the 14 and 200 were starting to cross. And if you see, so you kind of see now how that's playing out, right? We got a clear EMA cross on the 200 and 14, guys. So that's a lot of bearish momentum in the market right now. All right, this is on the daily chart, right? This isn't a 1 hour or 5 minute. This is the daily chart. The weekly chart looks cray-cray with little ray-ray, guys. The current weekly candle. Look at the long wick. You got about an 860 point wick on the top of the weekly candle. Gotta love it. So let's see where we're at, guys. Can we hit 1,000 likes? We're at 878. We got 2,600 people tuned into the show. And the market is currently at 23,830. Trying to keep the streak alive, trying to stay employed. I'm just joking, guys, but just trying to keep the streak alive as far as having 1,000+ likes on the stream. Gotta love it. Oh man, shout out to V Moon. Shout out to V Moon, chat. He said give him 1,000 likes so he's gonna be wearing a blue vest again. Oh man. Guys, I'll be honest, I've never worn the blue vest, chat. I never wore it. So you don't have to wear it, obviously, if you're the store manager. So and they've kind of gotten away from that. You know, now you got lifers, guys. You got people that, you know, they have it like because it's like cool or their first vest, you know, as a store man. But like I've never worn that vest, guys. I'm just being honest. Never had one. D, what's your plans for the weekend? Yeah, I have my daughter this weekend, chat. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm not sure what the plan is so far. In full transparency, guys, I got my daughter this weekend, so I'm not sure what the plan is. So I love. I mean, we've been a couple times to. They have a pretty nice children museum downtown Fort Lauderdale. That's pretty nice. That she loves. A lot of things they're doing there for her, and So maybe I might hit that up one of the days, either Friday or Saturday or Sunday. But I'm not sure as far as the rest of the weekend. But I do have my daughter, so. Thought I had a free weekend, chat, without my daughter, but Disney was supposed to be this upcoming weekend, and it was last weekend. So apparently, so you gotta love that. But I'll get to spend some time with her, so it's all good. T2, 2 days away from Apex payout. Hey, congrats. I hope you get it, man. I try to be smart in this kind of bouncy, undecisive market, so to speak, right? And we're getting moves, chat, so don't mistake what I'm saying, right? You're getting the real moves, but it's coming after consolidation a lot of times, right? So just be mindful of that. Right, a lot of times it takes a while just for the real move to kind of happen, so you get stuck in a range. So if you notice how I talk about that a lot, PW talks about it a lot, like when we were saying, like, literally we're stuck in a range, you can wait for a break to the downside. So, and we're not perfect either, so sometimes you are going to be tempted to take some of these trades, but you know, I mean, that's just basically how it works, right? Price gives you a big move a lot of times to the downside, goes into a consolidation. It's either going to break back to the upside or it's going to probably break down to the downside, right? That's just how the market works. But sometimes you are tempted because you're seeing certain things in the market that you're like, oh, well, are we forming some kind of structure, right? To kind of push higher, etc., all that. So take it slow, man. You got 2 days. I would try not to even think about the days. Try not to think about the days, right? Just try to think about taking the right setups. Because I think a lot of times, right, we're like, oh, I only have 2 days to pay out, or this is 1 day to pay out. And then a lot of times, guys, guess what? That's all you're thinking about, and you end up blowing the account. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I only stream here on the BDH channel, right? So where you're at, I don't have you know, I don't do 101s. I don't, there's no mentorship. You don't need one, guys. It's a free stream. We rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. So tune in, right? Tune in and, you know, hopefully I like to, you know, try my best to try to add value to the space, chat. I'll say that. You know, I'm not perfect. Gonna take some losses. Gonna get chopped, right? Just like everybody else. But if you're controlling your risk, I was talking with somebody today, and I was talking to them about that, guys. Right? Is that in this kind of market, chat, where you're getting like some chop fest, etc. If you don't know how to kind of close a trade out when it's not looking the way that you probably expect it to look. So in this case, if we're talking about shorts, and you see how the market is not putting in, right, you're trying to go long as an example, and the market starts kind of wicking off and giving you a long rejection wick, guys, like, I'm scrapping that trade because it's not agreeing with what I want to see or expect to see, at least, right, in the market for a long, right? You see a lower high, prices took out the previous candle's low. That's not bullish structure, that's bearish structure. So if you're holding a long, right, you're trying, oh, it's going to come back. It's going to come back, right? Because I used to do that all the time, guys. Oh, it's going to come back. Guess what, guys? It never came back, right? So, and we're slowly drifting to the downside here. Make no mistake about it. We may get that 800 after all. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I mean, we just tapped 23,805, guys. If you notice, chat, this is why it's always funny. You gotta have somewhat, I've always been that person, guys, where I've some people are not the same. You know, you try to have, you know, thicker skin or whatever the case may be, but it's always funny when, right, I'm calling out these levels, chat, and you guys remember, right, if you watched the stream this morning, this was a level that I clearly talked about before 9:30, chat, right? Because all I'm doing is I'm looking at the higher time frame and I'm looking at resistance and support levels and I'm mapping them out, because if price is in momentum, it's gonna attempt to get to those levels, chat. Right? We literally talked about this first thing this morning. Now, the reality is that, you know, sometimes, you know, and if you listen to the levels that I call out, chat, even if I'm not streaming, right? Maybe I'm done streaming for the day, or maybe I streamed in the morning and PW's trading power hour, or whatever the case may be, guys, you're going to start seeing that more often than not, because I'm going to be wrong, right? Meaning that it's not always going to hit these levels, but you're going to see that a lot of times it gets to the levels that I call out, chat. I'm just saying, right? If you start listening, you will notice that. Some people are picking it up in the chat because they literally they kind of shot that out in the chat. So that's why when we kind of say we want you to learn how to fish, chat, because we're not, you know, it's not a signal service. So, you know, and quite honestly, if I'm wrong on a trade and you decided to take, you took a trade that I took and it doesn't work out, you know, that's, to be honest, you're kind of, you own your own account, right? So you probably want to have conviction on the trade that you're taking, where it makes sense to you, right? And you're not just simply hitting buy or sell because myself or PW were taking a trade, right? You know, it should make sense to you as well, right? Hopefully that's the case. All right, there's we just hit 23,799. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, guys. Just took a while to get down there. New low of the week, bears are in control. Oh yeah, bears are in control right now, guys. I mean, guys, look at this. You look at this daily candle. Bears are clearly in control here, chat. I mean, I think that's at the moment, right? When you guys, you will not see this a lot where we are below all three EMAs on a daily chart, guys. You won't see that. You won't see that a lot, right? You might see us below the 14 and 50, but when you see us below the 200 as well, guys, the 200 is a very popular EMA that a lot of institutions, etc., use, guys. So and that's a trending indicator for the overall trend. So when you see that on a daily chart, that is extremely bearish at the moment, chat. Extremely bearish. Now, that doesn't mean that can't change, right? Because we know that Trump could come out and say something, or quite frankly, chat, I feel that if we come out, oh, the war is over, right? Iran comes out, whatever, you're going to see us back above 25,000. So make no mistake about it, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. But at the moment, and that doesn't mean that tomorrow we can't get bullish momentum right back up, right, to the upside. So you can't let it skew you too much, because if you're a price action trader, you're going to try to trade what's in front of you regardless, as best as you possibly can. So tomorrow could be a bullish day. Who knows? You're just going to try to analyze it and join the momentum in that direction as best as possible. Yeah, here's that 350 time, chat. Here's a 350 time. Last 10 minutes of the market being open. Hey D, how are you up so much today with the chop that you took? Did you use 2 contracts on some of the winners and only 1 contract with the ones that you got chopped? Yeah, so if you saw the trades, guys, you guys saw, yeah, I had 1 contract rolling, and but I didn't give it, you know, I had a couple of trades where I lost 10 points, 11 points, right? 12 points. Nothing too crazy, chat. Right? So that's the name of the game. You basically keep your losers small and your winners bigger, because if you're picking up 20 points on a drop or 25 points, right, and then all of a sudden you're only losing $200 per trade or $300 per trade on a losing trade, guys, you're gonna be fine. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make. That's the whole point that I'm pointing out, guys, is that, you know, getting chopped for 10 points, 12 points, that should not blow your account. That should not put you in a situation where you can't recover, right? And I had multiple trades, but you guys saw trades where we had. So I think to answer your question, the biggest trade, the best clean trade I had today was 30 points plus. That was at 12:30. Maybe you missed that, but that was over a 30-point trade that I took going into the 12th, right before 12:30, right, as I was kind of grinding out. So I think I was up like $1,000 or something right before taking that trade. That put me at like over 1,600, and then came into today, the afternoon session, got chopped a few times. I had a 10-point trade, a 7-point trade, got chopped a few times, right, and then had a few other winners. So that's the day. How do you keep your losers small? By closing it. By closing it out. So if you notice what I've been doing, chat, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that wick, I'm closing it. Right? I don't like that price action, I'm closing it out. And guys, if you notice on the screen, I'm down like 10 points. All right, maybe $200, maybe 250. Right, maybe 300 or something like that, but nothing more than that, guys. I'm not playing around in this market, because, you know, if it's, and there you go. We're trying to get to the bottom of this box, guys. 23,771. D, I got chopped like you, but I'm still green on the day. Patience pays. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we got the real move, guys. I mean, I literally, right before going to lunch at 12:30, we had this drop here that paid, right? This was a 30 plus. You would have made 1 contract, 30 points. You would have made $600 plus on 1 trade, guys. So if you're giving a trade 10 points and you lost 200 on a chop a couple times, how is that gonna, like, how are you not okay? I don't get it, right? This was a drop here of roughly 60 points. Even if you count it to that, you know, that was a 40-point drop, 42-point drop, right? I think I took like 31, 32 points on that trade. Was already up $1,000. That put me up like 1,600 plus. Went into the lunch section, came back at 2 o'clock, got chopped on a few trades, and then took a few more winners, guys. I mean, that's called out the drop that I was looking for here, right? I was like, hey, we shouldn't see previous candles highs get broken, and we had that continuation to the downside. This was a trade, right? So, I mean, you had multiple opportunities. It's just a matter of you kind of capitalizing. That's it. But yeah, so maybe you weren't like kind of watching the screen, but if you watched the screen, you would have saw those losers, guys, right? $200, $300. I mean, that's it. And ironically enough, chat, here we are. Bottom of the box. You gotta love it. Hey D, turn the lights off before you leave. The market is cooked. Yeah, there it is, guys. There's that level. So you gotta love when price kind of moves, you know, to these levels, because you know, it kind of tells you just confirmation that these levels do matter, chat. Doesn't mean that, like I said, that it will happen all the time, but I'm a believer that you got to map out the higher time frame levels, chat, because price, when it's in momentum, it moves level to level, right? To be honest. Did we hit 1,000 likes? I believe we did. Chat. Yeah, we're at 1,000 likes. I appreciate the support, guys. The streak remains alive. Shout out to Tanner. Started the week red, -315. Tuesday, -320. Now I'm green, $1,052 on the week, and one $250 day away from 22,000 payout. Just trying to make a little money. It's nice. Congrats, Tanner. Thanks for the $10 tip there, sir. One more trader, I'm calling Jerome. Yeah, I know, right? You got a few minutes before market close here. Regular hours, right, chat? So Javi the Great, would you say you're the best trader that you've ever been right now? I mean, I think I'm getting better. You guys hear me say that all the time. I don't think I'm the best trader out there, guys. I got things I got to work on. But I think my goal is, if I'm able to get a little bit better every day, then I think you know, that's it. That's all I can do, chat, right? So and she's still going down, guys. I mean, this is pretty clean rejection there, right? Never was able to close back above that 844 level. So remember, guys, the 844 level on the 15-minute chart, right? So 15-minute chart, we never got a candle that closed back above 844. That was basically that consolidation box that I had mapped out, and you had more continuation to the downside. Just took some time for the bleed out for a continuation. So if you notice, guys, what's been happening a lot is that, see how even if you were trying to get long, sometimes you have to pivot. We were never able to kind of get back above these previous highs, right above 900. We weren't able to do it, chat. And a lot of times that's a signal that, you know, we're going to head lower. It's just kind of taking some time to kind of build out. So that's why for me, like, I'm scrapping. If I'm trying to get long and we just don't get follow through, I'm scrapping that trade. right? Because a lot of times we're building out to go lower. It's just simply some kind of lower high or something building out. And like I said earlier, for me, right, this EMA rejection, pretty clean EMA rejection, right? You had a drop to the downside, lower low put in, come back to the EMAs, reject it, and then sell off. So if you're getting short over here and you didn't get a clean EMA touch, right, you would have netted a few points, but if you held it for more, you would have got chopped because it got right back to the EMA. So just trying to take mental, like I said, mental notes on that, chat. Why I like the 14 EMA? Yeah, because it tends to kind of correspond well with the higher time frame charts. That's why. Typically trade the 14 and 50 EMA. And there's a break below the level, guys, that we have mapped out, right? There's the break of 23,771. You gotta love it. She gone. Thank you, 2000 tick chart. You made my day. Oh, man. Do you use 9 in the beginning? No, I did not. Kind of stumbled upon just kind of these levels, and I stuck with them. So Pretty cray day, guys. Let me grab the door. Give me 1 second. D, thank you for your time. Nah, hey, thanks for tuning into the stream, guys. Do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. So we rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. Just trying to make a little money. Except for when Jerome hacks the stream or D-Money is fixing inside. Oh, man. So tomorrow, don't you fear, guys, we'll be back. Make no mistake about it. Don't go wait for Trump. Yeah, I mean, he's Trump. Trump always typically starts late, chat, if you haven't picked that up. So I would not be, don't count on whatever Trump's speaking about starting exactly at 4. Maybe it will, but typically it doesn't. Typically he's late. We've seen that a ton of times when we're trying to kind of track him down in power hour. I'm new here, but I have to say thanks very much for a day where I don't feel like I'm drowning. I made $200 today, so happy. Ah, man, I love to hear that. So shout out to Shayville 4779. We're gonna say the full user name. PW's gonna give me a hard time. He's gonna laugh at me about it, but hey, congrats. I'm happy to hear that. Alleyway, thanks for a good day. D, see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Shima, thanks D-Money. Have a great day. Yeah, you as well. D-Money so legit. My boy, Mexico, your second home. Oh, man. When does Trump speak? It was scheduled for 4. I'm not sure if it started yet, but it was scheduled for 4 o'clock. So Trump waiting for everybody to get their insider traders. Trump, hey, oh man, you gotta love it. D, how'd it go? What's the recap? Yeah, I'm up over $2,100 on the day, so we'll take it. Nothing too crazy, but we'll take it, guys. Oh my goodness, guys, you gotta love it. Here we go again. You gotta love it, chat. There it is. There's your 228 point pop again, and it's still going to the upside. You gotta love it. There's your 260 point pop again, going into after the market closed. We have witnessed this twice, chat. You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me, chat. We have seen this twice this week. You gotta be kidding me, chat. There's your 262 point pop. The last time it was at 420. This time they decided to do it at 412. You gotta love it. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. D-Money, well done. So bummed I toasted one of my accounts this morning. Didn't have to happen. Mr. 45 special. Yeah, but it happens though, man, right? The only thing, I mean, you know that it happens. You just got to brush it off and keep chugging away, man. Right? I mean, it's not the easiest of markets right now, but with all the chop that's kind of been going on, you know, just decompress it, man, and get back on the horse. You know, that's all you can do. It happens. You know, I talk about that all the time as well, right? I'm pretty transparent with that, guys. Don't think that you're not going to lose some accounts along the way. That includes streamers, guys, right? If somebody's out there and they're telling you that they've never lost an account, or even as a streamer, they're lying to you, chat. I've lost a ton of accounts right at payout. I've actually, right, all I had to do was flip, or I've lost accounts that way. I've lost accounts, you know, that are right at payout, waking up in the middle of the night. Oh, I got to take a trade, right? I see something on the chart. Doesn't end well. So it happens, man. Just got to keep pushing. But we were witnesses of the craziness here, chat. Once again, right? 262 point pop to the upside at 412. The last earlier in the week it was at 420. You gotta love it. I mean, cray, guys. Oh man. Focus D-Money, massive news and you're yapping. Yeah, I'm yapping because I'm done trading for the day. I'm not gonna take another trade. It's 4:15. I'm not concerned. I made over $2,000 and I'm not gonna right. So if you caught that long, congrats. But would I be interested in trying to trade the continuation here? Probably not, right? If you caught it, you got lucky and you caught it. But am I trying to trade this like a regular kind of setup? Like, oh, we're going to get more upside? Absolutely not. I have no interest in trading this, to be honest. So, right, if you caught it, I'm happy for you, though. Announce the news, bro, so your viewers know. The FUD Farm, what is going on here, man? Like, we literally said that there was Trump news at 4 o'clock. What else do you want me to announce? I don't get it. Like what are you talking about, man? The stream technically would have been over at 4 o'clock. I'm just vibing with the chat. So like, what are you? Come on, man. Come on, man. These people think you're the market maker. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you want me to announce. Right when we literally said that Trump was supposed to speak at 4 o'clock. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do differently there, but there's always something, guys, right? I love you, DMONEY. I just want him to add news events to his streams. The Foot Farm, where have you been today? I literally, we watched Trump speak for over an hour, sir. Like, what are you talking about? We literally, guys, did we not watch Trump speak today for over an hour? Am I missing something here? Oh, man. Oh, man, you gotta love it, man. Well, there's your volatility, guys, right? It's just unfortunate that the market technically regular hours is closed, right? So you know that a lot of people, majority of people did not catch that move, chat. All right, that's the sad part about it, is that majority of people didn't catch that move. They're gonna come to their chart tomorrow, or maybe tonight at Globex Open after 6, and they're gonna be like, "Well, wait a second, what just happened?" Right? What had happened was, so hopefully, you know, like I said, if you caught some of that, congrats, guys. Yeah, you good? All right, man. Yeah, you good, man. All right, thanks. Yeah. JC25 accounts were blocked. Oh, without a doubt, you know that some accounts just got, guys, and that's a shame, right? If you were like trying to play, you know, because remember, chat, it's kind of like, you know, when Trump speaks, this is like kind of proves what I was saying earlier. You're basically trading a news trade, because it could go either direction. It's just that with this kind of, we had this today at 412, and then you kind of go back on the charts. Right. I can't remember the day. You guys could probably tell me right. It's right here, right? This was Tuesday. Tuesday's 420 candle, guys. Right? We had a 240 point pop to the upside. Right, 420. So today was 412. It happened. So basically that 410 candle, and then Tuesday it was 4. You gotta love it. Javi the Great, use code PW. Oh man. Well, we're gonna call it here, chat. We're going to call it. So do me a solid, if you haven't already, hit the like button. if you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We just out here trying to make a little money. Don't you fear. Friday's near. We'll be back. I hate this, guys, but I forgot to do the weather report earlier today. Somebody dropped it in there, but I did not do the weather report, so I got to do that before we leave. Fort Lauderdale current temperature 80 degrees. The high today is going to be 82. Right, so the low was 68 overnight, guys, and it's sunny, right? So that's pretty good weather. It might have to take a trip to the beach here this afternoon, to be honest with you. So that's your weather forecast, brought to you by the BDH and D-Money. You gotta love it. What state are you in? I am in Florida, South Florida, Fort Lauderdale area. D-Money, pick me up in the G-Wagon. V-Moon, if I'm not mistaken, you are a male, sir. You are a male, correct, V-Moon? We're going to give you a 10-second timeout, sir. You violated multiple times today, so we haven't forgot your username there, sir. Oh, man. You gotta love it. Don't fear, the blown accounts are here. Oh yeah, for sure. Some people lost some accounts, guys, right? Trying to gamble going into the Trump speech. I mean, hey, if you're gonna place a trade during that time, you gotta be willing to lose it, right? You gotta be willing to lose that account, because you know that it can go either direction. So so all right, guys, we're gonna call it here. Tomorrow we'll be back 9 a.m. trying to make a little monies, guys. Do me a solid on the way out. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. We'll be back. I'm gonna go hit the beach, chat. Oh, we got some time before it gets dark, so don't you worry. There's plenty of time left. It doesn't get dark here till I think about 8 o'clock. So I am gone. Until then, stay safe, guys. And we'll be back tomorrow.